What's going on, everybody? Thanks for watching our channel, sponsored this week by BetDSI. And my job on Thursdays is to wrap up the week, and I watch all the games on film, and I want to show you a bunch of things. I also am going to tell you my picks against the spread for the NFL this week. But I want to start with Melvin Gordon. You know, I sort of famously stuck with Melvin Gordon even through his touchdown-free rookie year that was annoying to many, and it's paid dividends here now, 3 years later. I can honestly say he's probably not the best back in the league, but he's really good, well above average, awesome for fantasy. And this week, week 4 against the 49ers, holy cow, he was good. I want to show you a few plays. Yeah, we are 3 years later, and you probably don't need that much convincing anymore. Maybe this is an opportunity to gloat a little bit, but this run is just great. You know, we're not going to give him huge credit for getting around the left edge when nobody's there. And that's not an all-world cutback because he's cutting into wide open space. But watch the second cut, right? He goes right and then boom. One more step, he goes left, no speed lost. That's a good move, and the rest of it. I mean, when you drafted Melvin Gordon, I know you didn't think you were getting Marshawn Lynch, but holy cow. That's some balance. That is pretty great. Hey, thank you to BetDSI for sponsoring this YouTube channel this week. A really valued sponsor. If you've been looking for a place to play the games, I play at betdsi.com. The website works. It's very mobile friendly, and frankly, I don't think about it that much. Basically, I go there and I make some wagers, and then I'm done. And gives me a little rooting interest, maybe in a game that I might not have otherwise have a lot of rooting interest in. And right now, if you go to betdsi.com and if you use the promo code HarrisTube to open your account, they'll actually match your deposit up to $500, give you some extra money to play around with in your account. BetDSI is great. Been playing there like 3 years. Completely trust it. And if you've been looking for a place to play, I recommend them. Back at it with Marshawn Lynch, Melvin Gordon on this carry, 17-17 in the third quarter. I think you can argue he kind of misses a cutback lane to his right there and plows directly into a blocker and a defender. And again, I can't sell you those jump cuts as the greatest I've ever seen. You know, they do get him free, but then how do you stay up there? Jeez, people. You know, I know Marshawn Lynch is listed at 215. He's not 215 anymore. He's a lot more than that. But yeah, Gordon running like beast mode. He is 215. That's crazy stuff. And on this play, sure, red zone inside the 10. Let's split Melvin Gordon to the top, 4 wides and a tight end, basically treating him like a wideout. And then at the snap, the Niners are going to play zone. Rivers identifies it, sees the cornerback there who's sort of the deepest guy caught between 2 zones. You know, I don't know whether to cover the possible receiver behind me or Gordon in front of me. And as you've seen, you know, Gordon just runs a little in, a little out then in, right? And gets him there, and it's a touchdown, and we love that usage. The thing you never have to worry about with Melvin Gordon is fumbling, except, probably don't fumble there, Melvin Gordon. This was eventually ruled out of bounds. It's lucky. That's the second ball he's even fumbled at all since week 5 of 2016. He hasn't lost a fumble since then. Hasn't lost a fumble in his past 618 consecutive touches, which includes 509 carries. Right now, Melvin Gordon has the same number of catches as Keenan Allen. He's got 4 fewer targets than Keenan Allen. That probably won't last the entire season, right? I mean, I think Keenan Allen's a wide receiver. I'm pretty sure Melvin Gordon's a running back, but it is an indication of how safe Melvin Gordon has been. Game flow hasn't really mattered. Unlike a lot of other lead backs on teams that use other backs, Gordon doesn't have a situation where you can't use him. Austin Eckler's a fine player, a littler guy, a good complimentary dude, a good misdirection dude. There was never any risk of Melvin Gordon losing his role to Austin Eckler, and we are the better for it. That guy's awesome. All right, let's check in on my Week 5 picks against the spread. Here they are. Yeah, it was a good week for the favorites last week. Not as good a week for yours truly. 3-7-2. A couple of bad beats in there. We do not complain. The Super Contest picks went 2-2-1. So as you can see by the asterisk indicated games here, those are games where my independently predicted spreads were furthest from the Vegas spreads. So these would be my 5, I guess, most confident. I wouldn't always present myself as the most confident ever. But I've got Tennessee going to Buffalo and covering more than a field goal. 2 games where I thought the wrong team, at least initially, was favored. That Broncos-Jets game opened at Jets -2.5, and it has moved. Even since we made up this screen, I think it's gone to even, or maybe even Broncos -1. But I got it at Denver +1. Lions, I still think undervalued. I would put them as a slight favorite in that game against Green Bay. I like the Panthers big over the Giants, and I'll take the 5 from Melly and the Chargers. And okay, well, as is my wont at the end of the week, I like to count down 5 more things that I think could be useful for fantasy, or maybe just cool and kind of funny. And let's do it. At number 5, this is a little thing for Alvin Kamara, but if you just want to see what it looks like when a running back glides when he cuts, I hope, I feel like we can tell the difference when Kamara sees his gap and turns upfield, how his momentum doesn't really slow down. This is the very next play. See the sidestep? These are tiny things in a game where Kamara exploded for fantasy, but the momentum not slowing down when he changes directions is a great example of what I talk about with running backs who have an extra ability to make big plays because they don't have to slow down. At number 4 on my list, maybe you already saw this play on the highlights, but just in case, Zeke Elliott is slot right here. Cowboys are down 1 point, under 2 minutes to play, and Prescott's first read is clearly Elliott on a fly pattern, his running back, in a huge key situation. This winds up winning the game for the Cowboys. And hold on a second, didn't I tell you the big distinction between the other potential number 1 picks for fantasy and Zeke Elliott was that Zeke doesn't catch it? That's a really good catch. And so far this year, Elliott already has 15 grabs. He has at least 3 catches in every game. He's on pace for a 60-catch season when he'd never topped 32 previously. Oops, I guess he can catch it okay. Okay, number 3 on my list, let's add a bit of levity. These are some wide receivers in week 4 who forgot that the word receiver is right there in the name. Producer Dave Piper, let's cue the music. Let's show some drops. At number 2, here's Aaron Jones. So it's first a simple little reception, little organized screen out of the backfield. Decent run after catch, showing that, that low to the ground thing. I don't think Aaron Jones is a super elite player, but I think he's better than the other guys in that backfield. And nice balance there at the end of the run. And how about let's finish off that drive by running over a Bills safety. That's number 20, Raphael Bush. Not a big guy, but standing there, I think he is a football player. I think he has tackled people in the past. Lest we think Jamal Williams is the only dude with power in that backfield. I can't tell you Aaron Jones has taken over as the number 1 back. He was the number 3 back coming off the bench in this game against Buffalo. But I can tell you, if Aaron Rodgers is being real, and he really is trying to get his best weapons on the field, Aaron Jones is going to play more. He's the best running back they have. And number 1, I'm going to leave you with this Marcus Mariota play. On Wednesday's YouTube show, I talked about Corey Davis. This is just a great play from Mariota. This is a 4th and 1 in the 4th quarter. The Titans, I think Mike Vrabel has brass ones. They go for it, and you've seen this maybe, but I don't know. There's a split second there where, to get out there that fast, we know Mariota can run, but it seems to me there's a moment there where he's decided he's going to take a hit and try and get the 1, and I don't think he would have gotten it. And instead, last second, he flips it. Just great awareness. Really love that play. And this is wish casting. I'm wishing to see that Matt LaFleur's offense, the Ram-type offense that we envisioned for the Titans last summer, actually comes to fruition. And If it does, if Mariota's healthy enough to do it, and they have some horizontal trickeration to go with the vertical game, I mean, it could open up everything for everyone. You could see Henry and Lewis being better. You could certainly see Mariota maybe being rosterable and usable in fantasy. And maybe most salient to Wednesday's YouTube show, you could see Corey Davis really turn into the kind of monster that he showed last week. You know, that's not going to happen. 160 yards over 5 quarters is not going to happen every single week. But if we're really going to see Mariota at this level of play, this play excited me for just that reason. I'm hoping that Matt LaFleur's offense really turns into a dangerous one. Hey, thank you very much for watching this week, and hope you'll subscribe, and we will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button, and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.